Vapor Snake, the only man who can handle life in a post-the-truth world.
As Vapor Snake, we don't... He's got nothing to do. Like, we still got Quiet. Vapor Snake never went beyond becoming best friends with Quiet, so she's still around. But
you
hey,
can be this lady if you want.
Yeah, one of the
smoking whale.
Dozens of smoking whales I cheated in. But anyways, there's some other DLC costumes I never showed off, like the boss's outfit. That's pretty neat.
That's good. Yeah.
The naked version is just it unzipped, like at the end of the game.
Do you have to have a lady face to use that version of the suit?
Yes.
Ah, nuts.
Yep. Also, Eva's, same thing. You can only put this on ladies. I should mention also, when you're dressed up as the boss, if you have it unzipped, they have the same scar the boss did. There's also,
that's part of the outfit. It comes with a latex application.
There's also swimsuits to unlock for both men and women. You get this from... There are special events for FOB invasions.
Tactical?
I don't know. But there's also PS1 Snake again. Basically, in FOB missions, there are like events where you don't play against other players. It's just like really hard, like single-player challenges. And every time you do them, you get points, and you can exchange those points for other unlockables, like the swimsuits.
I was hoping that this video would just be Naked Snake trying to do FOB squirt gun only runs.
By the way, do you want a chrome Quiet?
Oh my god.
Or bronze Quiet?
Bronze, the metal Quiets look okay, except when they melt into existence. That's very bad.
Yeah, yeah. You can also get that chrome and gold outfits for Big Boss as well, for Venom Snake. But I don't have them on the save file because it requires like getting all A ranks and all S ranks in every fucking mission, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It probably doesn't really help your stealth rating either.
Nah. I mean, it's really fun to walk around as a big golden big boss, but...
Well, how could we tell you from your tank, then?
The ultimate camo. By the way, becoming best friends with Quiet unlocks one more ability for her that I never showed off, which is really cool. It's the grenade ricochet. Tell her to ricochet a grenade, she'll shoot your grenade somewhere else.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Is it at all possible to do that yourself? Like, if you really wind up and you have time to, like, switch weapons, could you possibly do that yourself?
If you used the drug that initiates slow-mo mode, you might be able to do it, but I've never tried, actually.
Okay.
One of the cool applications of this, though, is if there's a helicopter flying around, you can have her ricochet your grenades into the helicopter.
Hell yes!
It's really neat. By the way, we have a new rocket arm. It's the blast arm. It is the lethal version.
I was right.
There's also one CQC ability I brought up multiple times. I just never use it because there's never really any point to, but basically, when you're in the middle of punching a guy a bunch, if you try to pull out your gun, you will actually snatch their gun from their hands.
Nice.
It's really neat.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's a really cool move that is never really needed because you own a military corporation that can just airdrop you guns and you're always full of guns. If this were more like a OSP style playstyle like the other earlier Metal Gears where you had to find stuff, that would be a very useful move.
Well, you know, maybe you're running low on budget. You gotta...
Yeah.
It's got a head. You made a Mark II.
I made a Mark II-esque head.
You made Bastion from Overwatch, I think.
So this has the flamethrower equipped.
Like so. The flame is very slow in focus mode.
I don't know, flamethrowers always sound really enticing in video games, but they're very hard to pull off right. The flamethrower in this game's okay. You can also make a upgraded machete that uses the machete the Skulls use. It's strong enough that it can blow up trucks. And tanks, actually.
Is that supposed to be like laced with archaea? Because the particle effect is... Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it is archaea. Flamethrower's good in here. gets around shields. That's cool.
This seems to be the tactical use for a flamethrower.
Yeah. And yeah, there's some other stuff.
So many toys you could put on your boys.
I know. So this head looks a lot like the heads that you would find on the AI weapons from Peace Walker. So this gives it intercept mode, which basically it'll just start attacking stuff entirely on its own.
Oh, so it's like limited AI is the idea, and that's why it looks like the AI weapons. Okay.
Oh, I should mention the weird head I had on the previous Walker gear basically turns into D-Dog. It gives it a mode where it will just start tagging every enemy in sight.
Okay, with the multiple cameras on the face.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that you can sort of tell what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Or once you learn what they're supposed to do, it fits with the look.
Yeah.
Also a taser, yeah.
Yeah. Previous guy was just a big taser. So this hat, I already showed that like if you die a bunch in a mission, you'll get the egg hat, and it lets you get caught for free 3 times. If you have that hat equipped and somehow you get multiple game overs in a row, you get the little chick hat, which just makes you invisible. They can hear your footsteps, but you cannot get caught anymore.
How hard did you have to try to get the little chick hat?
It's like 10 deaths in a row. Like, after getting the egg hats, like 12 deaths.
Were you just laying on your own grenades to get to this point?
Yeah, pretty much. The little chick hat works on boss fights as well. They don't know I'm... like, Vulcan doesn't know I'm here. And I mentioned there were 2 other ways to kill Vulcan that I couldn't do yet. The first is just calling in the rain yourself to kill him.
He tries to set fire to the rain before he has that cutscene where he touches your face.
Yeah. The other one is a really cool thing. Vulcan in Metal Gear Solid 3 kind of died by getting struck by lightning.
That's true.
And with the stun arm fully charged to max, it's a one-hit kill on him.
Because he's so angry he can't mutter his magic passphrase.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Great to see you safe, boss.
By the way, there's this cutscene I showed earlier with Big Boss being real stinky. There's a different version of this for if Quiet is on base with you. This was the cutscene. I was originally going to try and model swap her for, like, OCELOT or Kojima or something, but the game kept crashing.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that'll make any man want to take a shower.
Are you jealous, OCELOT? What is that face? Anyways, you get some first-person shower action, and also all of your employees are watching you take a shower and being very horny about it. OCELOT's here too. What are you doing? What are any of you doing? What am I doing here? Get me out of here!
He's supervising, clearly. This is a special business case. I mean, she's just having a snack.
Yeah.
Where's the chicken wiggle that she did the first time you watched her show?
Right? But yeah, then all the guys are like still in here, then they like salute you, and it's just like, good job, boss.
Good job at what? What did you see happen? What happened when it faded to dark?
Oh, man. There was a whole strut here I never really showed off. That was the intel strut.
I can think of some people who might be ashamed of their words and deeds. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Do you think Kojima will ever feel ashamed of his words and deeds? I don't think so.
No. He lives in a world beyond shame.
Yeah, I guess so. We're recording this like days before Death Stranding comes out, so I'm excited to see just how Kojima that gang gets. But yeah, the Intel strut just has a massive like supercomputer in the middle of it. I think that's what this is. It hums a lot.
Oh. Fucking James McAvoy is in there. Going bald the 3rd time because they keep making new prequels.
There is a target practice up here. We're not gonna do it. It's like all the other target practices. But
if you summon lightning right at the top of the geodesic dome...
There's one conversation that your soldiers can have that I've only ever heard happen on the intel strut. I don't know why. But it's a conversation that happens specifically when two different lady soldiers meet up with each other.
So, who do you like?
Huh? What do you mean?
Are you Team Miller or Team Ocelot?
Oh, that. No preference.
Oh yeah? Most of the girls here go for one or the other.
Wouldn't that be the boss?
The boss is... well, the boss.
I don't really follow. But anyway, honestly, the commander kind of scares me. And Ocelot? You can never tell what he's really thinking.
Mm-hmm. Picky type, huh?
I'm not interested in a relationship right now. And if you are, I don't suggest working in a place like this.
I guess you're right.
But yeah, I think that's also the only conversation that is ever triggered when two women talk to each other.
That's about how hot dudes are.
I don't think
this
they ever...
fucking game!
I don't think they ever bring anything up. At least I haven't heard. Like, the part of the issue, of course, is that there's a lot less female soldiers in the game, and also having them meet up with each other on base is, like, a difficult thing to make happen.
Like, I'm not gonna tell people who they can and can't find attractive, but one of them is just an avatar of anger, and the other likes to dress up like a cowboy every day. That's not normal.
Yeehaw. By the way, here's some cut LP content. During the Big Boss hunting a bear segment a few episodes ago, I was originally gonna have a Duck Commander, Duck Dynasty joke in there, but I couldn't figure out how to work it in. So, oh well.
Oh no. The horn of lies and deceit.
We still have one burger tape left.
Oh, good.
Rise and shine, old-timer. It is complete. I had our best and brightest working overtime, fine-tuning the greatest burger the world has ever known. I call it the chemical burger. What on earth is that color? Now, don't judge a burger by its color. Go on, try it. I am not very hungry. What? Oh, I get it. Now, sure, it's loaded with additives, but each one's been approved by the WHO for human consumption. Come on, one little bite's not gonna kill you. Are you sure of that? Fine. Well, what do you think? It is perfect. Right? This takes me back to the taste of my youth. The neon signs on the Mother Road. Oh, I can see them now. So, what do you think of our signs now? And it doesn't just taste great. You won't believe how cheap it is to make. And because it's pumped up with preservatives, it won't spoil easily in regions lacking refrigerated storage or transportation infrastructure. This bad boy could even solve Africa's hunger problem. Excuse me? People will no longer fight over food or find reason to hate one another. Mankind will come together, reunited between these fluffy buns. Forget Pax Americana. Say hello to Pax Hamburgana. Pax Hamburgana. SKULLFACE thought that destruction was the way to free the peoples of the world from American imperialism. But this is different. Tackling something head-on just makes for more conflict. Only by uniting the world can its various inhabitants truly become free. Having lived as an American parasite as long as I have, I know what I'm talking about. The chemical burger is poised to be the greatest liberating force the world has ever known. An ethnic liberator. Burger. Now all I need is a better brand image, starting with a name. I gotta run, old-timer. I'll catch you later.
And the best part is, it's technically vegan. There's no real food in it.
Yeah. So it turns out this whole time, Miller was the one who understood what the boss wanted. A burger.
A burger without borders.
Yeah. By the way, I showed that nuclear disarmament ending. With mods, you can make this happen, but when that ending triggers, it's supposed to make this monument appear at the very tippy top of Mother Base.
Yeah, where Eli used to hang out.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
And yeah, like during the cutscene, you can't really get too good of a look at what it actually says. So I figured I'd zoom in with the fancy mod camera. It's very hard to control, though. It does not have very good button mappings. I say this as somebody who works with like in-engine capture tools at my job all the time. These controls suck. But yeah, it just has a quote from the boss on the plaque. It's sweet. One other Easter egg or detail I haven't been able to show. You knock power lines over, they zap you.
Oh, no.
You can knock dudes out this way, too, if they're ever near them.
But this is 1984. Oh, that's right. It takes another, like, 3 to 5 years for every cartoon to end with a PSA about down power lines.
So if you dig through the files in the game, there are shitloads of unused audio files, some of them kind of interesting. So we're going to take a look at some of them, not all of them, because there's so many. A lot of weird gameplay commands that aren't used anywhere.
Come back. Go! Don't go. Climb up. Climb down. Kill shot. Knockout. Pull back. Blow it up. Mount a rescue. Need help. Scout ahead. Lure him out. Crouch down. Go prone. Quiet. Where are you? Don't just run off. Quit playing around. Quiet!
So many of these are just waiting to be edited into a romance scene, shall we say.
Yeah.
Don't go.
OCELOT! Cause! DD! Good boy. Good. Get! Stay back! Come on. No. Bad dog. Sit down. Stand. Be quiet. Shake. Play dead. Good boy. Go get it. Dee Dee! Come here. Come back. Chico!
Yeah, calling for Chico. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
There's some, like, other interrogation things they cut, like telling people to call off alerts that they called in, kind of like what you could do in Metal Gear Solid 3.
To the chopper! On the chopper! Scatter! Disperse! Run! Lie to them. Respond. Pick up.
God, I wish. Don't know what these are for. They're just kind of, some of them just kind of vague.
Forgive me. Be at peace. Rest in peace. Payback time. They're not getting away with that. Not yet. It's not over yet. Kawanishi no Seguchi. Kino no Bebashi. Takayama. Uguisu no Mori. Tsuzumi Gataki. Tara. Hirano. Ichinotori. Uneno. Yamashita. Sasabe. Kofudai. Tokiwarai. Myokanguchi. Sorry. Forgive me. Out of my way. Here we go. Burn! Ah!
So, they recorded all the things Snake would say in Base Management and Peace Walker, and then they just didn't use them. I don't know why. It's weird.
Because he's the strong silent type.
You're fired. See you around. We need to quarantine you. Report to quarantine. Commence development of nuclear weapons. Decommission the nukes. Decommission them. Consecutive! C! Q! C!
The stuff he would shout when you would chain it together. They recorded that and didn't use it. I don't know why. I guess they just thought it didn't fit the tone or whatever. Here's some really interesting ones. Big Boss was supposed to say a shitload of stuff to Paz, and he just doesn't. This is all stuff that could still work in the game, too.
Look, she's a student. She's an angel of peace. She doesn't need this shit.
Paz. 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 What's wrong? Paz. It's me. How are you feeling? Feeling any better? Do you remember? Take a look. Want to see? It's okay. It's okay. Paz, it's over. Just relax. Don't worry. Don't push yourself. Are you all right? No, that's not it. Don't worry about it. There now. Paz, you need to rest. That's enough. Lie down. Rest now. Right? Yeah. Is that right? Huh? Yeah. Sure. Everything's gonna be all right. It's okay, Paz. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. That's right. Yeah. Sure. Sorry I bothered you. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Everyone's fine. Doing just fine. Everyone's waiting for you to get better. Chico wanted to see you too. Not exactly. Yeah. Everyone's fine.
I mean, is it that he can't be soft and tender to the part of his own fractured psyche that like represents this past trauma and...
Don't ruin the only eye you got left. Enough! What do you think you're doing? The battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. You can alter its maneuverability by changing its posture. In travel mode, it's as nimble as a horse. Whereas in fire mode, you can move while keeping an eye on the area in front of you. It's armed with a railgun and a heavy machine gun. If you like, we can look into adding other weapons too.
It just gets cut off. Whoops.
You could just put Walker gear on top of the battle gear.
Yeah.
Maybe like flip it upside down so it's a little more stable. But
yeah.
Dog sense of smell is better than ours, and so is their night vision. Don't take any chances. It's a guard dog. Don't get too close. You wouldn't want it to start barking.
There's some interview, too, where they just said, like, oh, the guard dogs weren't fun either, so that makes sense. Some extra SKULLFACE voice clips. No, not really sure what they would have been used for.
I haven't finished yet. Please, I put down my gun. You don't care what I have to say, big boss? Pull the trigger, then. Shoot. You're only going to kill a man. Come now. What are you doing? Are you sure about this? Fire. Enough. Kill him. Where are you going? You think you're a free man? All right. Follow me. This way.
This is closure for me. This is how I say goodbye.
Yeah. By the way, all the voice clips are in individual files, so when you throw them all together, it's incredible.
That's Big Boss's SoundCloud page.
At a certain point, it
Yo,
sounds
Miller, drop a beat.
At a certain point, it starts sounding like Big Boss, like going into labor.
Yeah, and that's where Solidus came from. You did this to me, goddammit! And he's looking at Zero. This is what happens when you eat one of the burgers.
I haven't finished yet.
Ah, yes, this is what I call SKULLFACE 2.
Cut cinematics, stuff that we see in trailers that weren't in the game, like child soldiers training. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these animations are reused, like in the first level in Angola Zaire, where you just see some child soldiers being trained. It's still crazy to me, though, that, like, all of this was made, and there were all these camera movements, and the lighting made specifically for the cinematics, and it's just like, nope, that's scrapped. I'm sure some of these may have just been, like, earlier versions of things that got repurposed or whatever, but still. Some other, like, alternate intro for Quiet. There's this whole thing of, like, gearing up on walker gear that didn't get used that looked kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And, like, at a certain point, I just wonder, like, how much of this was stuff that was, like, got cut, or is it just like, oh, let's make this short thing that'll look cool in a trailer? What's kind of fucked up is that when you look at all the trailers together for Metal Gear Solid 5, significant portions of shots from pretty much every ending in the game are used.
I was going to mention it when we saw that, like, the jacket and the bike were really significant parts of trailers.
It's just a different time of day. They had a helicopter fly over, and they switched Big Boss with Venom Snake, and it's just like,
well,
man.
Naturally, yeah.
This is a big one people ask about a lot, like, oh, what the fuck was this stuff? No idea if this was even going to be a story thing. There's a lot of, like, set dressing. This is an area you can go to in the game, by the way. But it's using the same animations for Big Boss as when he walks down the hallway after he's killed all of his men in the quarantine platform.
Right.
But they also use those shots in trailers too, which is I don't know, man.
And the buzzard got repurposed. Some of those animations went to D-Dog.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, this shot was, like, a shot that was, like, really interesting in the trailers, because it's like, oh, this must be, like, the aftermath of whatever moment makes him go, like, fucking crazy or whatever. And it's like, oh, man, that's not there? And yeah, they also had an alternate version of the hallway walk that, when I saw it, this was for the launch trailer, when I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck, this is so fucking cool. What moment is this gonna be in the game for, you know? Because it's like, it starts with like MGS3 Snake and it transitions through like every period of Big Boss. It's really neat. But this was just a promotional shot they made for a trailer. But it ends, it's got this, the next phase is Skinless Demon Snake.
Yes,
and
this is coming back to me now.
When I saw this, I was like, what the fuck? That's going to be in the game? I was, like, really intrigued by that, and then he turns into SKULLFACE, and it's like, whoa, man. And so, like, nah, they just thought it would look cool.
You know, it's an advertisement and
yeah.
all. But it's thematic, you know, it's the journey. And
totally. But the big cut thing is Mission 51. It was going to be a DLC episode that would conclude the loose plot thread of Eli stealing Sahelanthropus.
Eli and Sahelanthropus and the third vial and the third boy all chilling out together.
Yep. So this is, if you got the collector's edition of Metal Gear Solid 5, I think it came with a Blu-ray with a bunch of extra stuff on it, including this thing. And it's neat to see.
So, wait, no. This is the second Kingdom of the Flies. Because him and the kids were called that in an earlier date on the timeline, right? Or am I wrong?
That timeline is specifically this event.
This event, okay.
Yeah.
The kids used vines and duct tape to tie the pilot to his seat before they disappeared. He was almost dead from dehydration when the medics found him. They left him alive on purpose.
Yeah, they're calling us out. They want to settle this.
The intel team are using the direction Sahelanthropus headed and the direction the kids took off in to narrow down the search area. And with Hewick helping out, it won't be long before we know where Eli is. There's just one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
Apparently, there are already men going around the nearby villages asking for witnesses of the giant in the sky.
Damn it. Already?
It's clearly business as usual for Cypher, even with SKULLFACE gone. They must have been dying to get Sahelanthropus back ever since Afghanistan. And if they beat us to it, they'll be getting more than that. Eli's carrying the English strain of the vocal cord parasite. We've tracked down Eli and his men. They've spread the parasite across the island. It won't affect you if your voice hasn't broken, so they're safe, for now. Eli's driven all the adults off the island. Recess is officially in session. His own version of Lord of the Flies, only instead of a pig's head, Sahelanthropus. And it's swarming with something worse than flies. They presented one demand in exchange for the nuke. Big Boss's body. Those kids have got a lot to learn.
Okay, boss. The objective is to recover Sahelanthropus and the children, Eli included. Once you're in the air, we'll hit the island with napalm. Can't let those things spread. It gets worse. Here's the tape from when Eli took off.
Where is he?
I told you, your father's not here.
They're back.
His voice is starting to change, meaning he's almost a man. So if he's carrying the English language strain, well, if he starts showing symptoms, it's over.
I knew you'd be through here!
You're not a kid anymore. You can call your own shots. But at this rate, you'll be dead before you have a chance.
I'm free to die however I wish. Yes, free. You don't get the last word, Father. I'll break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you!
Give me some room. He'll be all right. The vest took the bullet.
Get him on the chopper. We'll patch him up at base.
Boss, he's showing symptoms. Huh? What?
I was created by Cypher. And I was the flaw. My fate was written in my genes. I'm the loser. You. All because of you. I'm not me. I'm just a copy of you. I will surpass my father. Destroy my father. Destroy you! I'll kill all of Cypher. I'll destroy your precious world.
Code Red, we need to go fast. How's it going over there? There's nothing you can do for him now.
Island's completely contaminated. Orders are to use napalm to sanitize.
Sanitize every square inch. Prepare to drop. We're pulling out. Move! Code Red.
Live. Live.
You're one hell of a soldier.
I will kill you!
That's right. Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
Not yet. It's not over yet.
I'm going to America now?
Yeah. Is he going, like, the only thing I can think is, like, okay, that's supposed to be, like, a hook for yet another DLC story thing. And it's like...
And maybe that's a story of how he, like, becomes a special service, you know, guy and gets sent to Desert Storm. Or maybe the DLC is him, like, spying on his secret brother Dave, maybe?
Yeah. The only other thing I can think is, like, okay, they show Manhattan, and that was where Major Zero's secret hideout. Well, not Manhattan even. He was in Jersey, wasn't he?
He was somewhere with a Manhattan view. I think they mention.
So like, it's like, is there supposed to be some connection to Major Zero there or in his hideout? I'm sure he would have, like, he already moved out though. I think so. I don't know. It does feel like they were trying to. Yeah, we'll never know unless like some employees come out 20 years from now and talk about the development of that game or something.
And you know, as much as I keep going on about it, I am happier that the first time Solid Snake shows up, it is like Operation Intrude, you know?
Yeah.
We don't need to see Baby Davy.
Yeah, not really. It's like, if we did see him, I'd be like, oh, that's fun. But I
he better just be like joining the Cub Scouts and going bowling or something. I don't want to see him in a war zone.
Yeah.
Like even What Are the Snakes Up To During Desert Storm prequel, I think would be kind of exploitative of just mining the franchise.
Yeah, totally. Like to be honest, like the franchise was basically done with Metal Gear Solid 4. Everything else after 4 for me has just been like, oh, nice, more Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I mean, although, you know, if we didn't go beyond 4, we never would have gotten Revengeance.
Yeah, that's true.
So like all this extra shit is worth
I'd be
it for that
happy
game.
with so much more happening post Patriots.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't need more Big Boss. It's just more, you know, new
we
people.
need more Blade Wolf. That's who we need to follow.
Fuck yeah, we need more Blade Wolf.